On May 25, 2003, the highly controversial psychiatrist, Dr. Richard Gardner, committed suicide. He used a 5-inch serrated steak knife to cut his own throat and then stabbed himself in the heart. It would be interesting to hear what someone like Sigmund Freud would make of all that. But the ghost of Dr. Gardner lives on. His much-disputed theoretical construct, the parental alienation syndrome, appears like a specter in courtrooms across the nation. It appears in divorce cases where child custody has become a highly contested issue and allegations of physical or sexual abuse have been raised. In such cases, the concept of the parental alienation syndrome is often introduced. Basically, it postulates that in the vast majority of cases where allegations of sex abuse are made, it is simply the result of brainwashing by an angry or bitter parent trying to alienate the child in question from the other parent. No doubt, this sometimes happens. But given all that we have learned, to our collective sorrow, about the prevalence in our society of child abuse, sexual or otherwise, that is committed by trusted figures in the community, does it make any sense for any court to operate on the assumption that all allegations of child sexual abuse are probably the result of brainwashing? Shouldn't courts look instead at the evidence? Tonight, we look at the evidence against the parental alienation syndrome and the man who invented it, Dr. Richard Gardner.
In family courts across America, where the welfare of a child often hangs in the balance, one man's theory is being introduced as evidence. The man's name is Dr. Richard Gardner, and the theory is PAS, Parental Alienation Syndrome. Based on what I learned as the producer of Small Justice, Little Justice in America's Family Courts, I came to believe that if judges, lawyers, guardians ad litem, social workers, people who worked in the family court system knew the truth, the outcome for abused children would be very different.